Hello guys, this is Isha, and today we are going to be doing an audio podcast review over vocabulary words that we have learned over the year. The first one that we're going to be discussing is inverse operation. Now, inverse operation is obviously two operations that undo each other. An example of this is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if 9 plus 5 equals to 14, 14 minus 9 equals to 5, or 14 minus 5 equals to 9. So they both check out, as you can see, because they're inverse to each other. See here, 5 is right here, 5 is right here, 14 here, 14 here, 9 here, and 9 here. So this is a perfect example of an inverse operation. Now let's just go ahead on to the next term. Alright, so the next word that we're going to be reviewing is called an equivalent equation. Okay, so an equivalent equation is an equation with the same solution. For example, 1x equals to 1, 2x equals to 2, and 3x equals to 3. So, x equals to 1. And it's the same solution for all of these. Or, if you have this right here, x equals to 0. Basically, the solution, which is x, is the same as the next equation. Let's go on to the next term. Alright, so I want to use a different color for this one. This one is called an identity. An identity is equations don't always have one solution. So an equation that is true for all values of the variable is an identity. I'm having a little bit of trouble writing identity, so an equation that is true for all values of a variable. An example of an identity would be, so as you can see here, a divided by 2 is equivalent to x equals to a times 0.5. So if a equals to 4, 4 divided by 2 equals to 2, well then 4 times 0.5 is also equal to 2, which is an identity. Let's go on to the next term, shall we? So, our next term is ratio. And a ratio uses division to compare two quantities. For example, 4 and 2. 4 boys to 2 girls. 4 boys to 2 girls. And 4 boys to 2 pigs. I don't know. So basically, they're comparing two quantities, and it has to go in order. If it's a word problem, it has to go in order. And it uses division to compare these two quantities. So there are 4 boys to 2 girls, and so 4 divided by 2 equals to 2. So that's a ratio. Pretty much everyone knows what that is, but if you don't, well, there you go. You just learned what it meant. Let's go on to the next term. So, a proportion is an equation stating two ratios are equivalent. So 4 divided by 2 equals to 2 over 1. One way you can check this is 2 times 2 equals to 4. 4 divided by 4 equals to 1. 7 over 21. 7 times 3, 21. Divided by 21, 1. So it's a very simple concept right there. 21 times 1 divided by 7, 3. So that's how you can check a proportion. Let's go on to the next term. So a cross product is a product of the numerator of one ratio and the denominator of the other ratio. For example, 3/4 equals to 6/8. And so 4 times 6 equals to 24th, and 3 times 8 equals to 24 as well. So the cross products of a proportion are equal. So, next term that we are going to be talking about in this review includes the term scale drawing. Now, scale drawing and scale model are two terms that we are going to be discussing. Alright, so scale drawing is a 2D drawing of an object in which the dimensions of the drawing is proportional to the object. So, if we're just trying to look at the area of one side, in a scale drawing it would be 7 by 4 inches, right? And then, in a real object, it would be 14 by 8 inches because it's proportional to the object. It's proportional. This is a key term, and it's 2D. It's a drawing of the real object. This is a drawing, and that's the real object right there. Next term we have is called the scale model. Alright, so a scale model, in contrast, is a 3D model of an object in which the dimensions of the model are proportion to the object. So this is the 3D model. This is the real object right there. As you can see, it's proportional. 3 to 27 is 9 is to 81. And so that object is huge. Similar is how map makers do it, or people who make globes, in contrast to the real world. And then there's some things right there, but in a globe, there's this little thing there, and then there's some continents right there, blah blah blue. And in contrast, this is the real world, and this is just a globe, a 3D model of the Earth. And so that's a scale model. Okay, we've talked about scale model, and we've also talked about scale drawing, but we haven't really discussed what is a scale. So a scale relates the model or drawing to the actual dimensions of the object. So let's say it's 1 to 12 inches, and that's the scale, right? So 1 inch on the paper demonstrates 12 inches of the real object. So 1 inch of this, so if this is 1 inch, equals to 12 inches of the actual model, which is huge. Let's pretend that this is 12 inches, okay? That's that whole chunk right there. So that, in contrast to that, 1 to 12. And this isn't accurate, but this is a basic depiction. It doesn't really have to do anything with a ruler. Some people call it a scale. In European countries, no, it doesn't have anything to do with a ruler. Or scale, as people say it. Alright, so a literal equation is when coefficients and constants have been replaced by letters. So 2x plus 5 equals to 11. In this process, you see, it's been done normally and algebraically, but in a literal equation, it would be something like this. ax plus b equals to c. What you would do is you would subtract b from both sides. C minus b, right, equals to ax. Then you divide a from both sides, right? And what do you get right there? X equals to c minus b over a. And so that's how you do your whole process. That's the literal equation right there. And as you can see, C, 11, you can check that, 11, minus 5 equals 6 divided by 2 equals to 3. So that works. Double check that. Thank you for tuning in to my video and podcast review over the math vocabulary. Make sure to check out more of my episodes that I will be posting on my YouTube channel soon enough. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.
On chill, on lâche des flots de malade, ouais c'est ça le deal. Mais si tu veux nous check, descends dans le sud, descends dans le sud.
match high level qui t'a dunk et shot. T'espérais nous fumer mais t'es qu'impeccable. Suis comment je kick le beat de manière impeccable. Yo dans le rap, j'suis comme chez Wam, d'après Bunk et Fa.